Hi everyone, so today I will show you how to build a API using JSON Transformer Mediator. Let's start how to do that one. Let me quickly go through Integration Studio. Let me create one new REST API XML file. So click next. So I'm adding here JSON Transport API. So here I'm giving here transport. You can give any name, okay, that doesn't matter, like you want to use this name. So select your context. I'm giving the initial version 1.0. Let me finish this one. So it will take some second to build your actual XML file. So meanwhile, like let me explain you what is the requirement we want to demonstrate here. So this is our input we need to pass here as a request body, and this is the response we want to print. So here what is happening, like I added one XML message body. Inside message I'm passing name, status and ID. Okay. So if you send this request as a payload, so you will get one JSON response. So usually there is multiple way you can do that one, but for identifying this is number or this is like a string, so we need to use like JSON Transform Mediator to to understand how this is converting from XML to JSON as an element list as well. So how to do that one? Let me go through Studio. So usually while you are building any API, this is our default view, and those who are watching this channel newly, kindly go through my channel. I already upload multiple types of video like WSO2 and how you can automate your API and how you can build your API as well, so that you can find out here. So it will help you to understand how this product is working and how you can build your own API by yourself. So without wasting any time, let me go through Integration Studio. So here you can see, let me scroll down. So if you see here, in here there is one mediator is there, JSON Transfer Mediator. Let me drag and drop. So here if you right click and go through show property view, right? So there is two options here, one for schema and one for JSON Transform property. So this schema part we'll explain in next video, because it will take some time to explain you how this flow is working. So before that, transforming any XML file to JSON, we need to do what? We need to use one more mediator here, Payload Mediator. So Payload Mediator itself also having that capability to convert XML to JSON, but the Transform Mediator, it will give you the understanding that element is a number or a string or a boolean or integer, that it will understand by a Transform Mediator only. So we will go through step by step approach, so you will easily understand what I am trying to say, that one. So first step, let me go through Payload Mediator and go through show property view, and here I am just selecting here JSON. So inside JSON I am passing here name. So as I mentioned here, right, so let me go through here and copy this value. Okay, so let me copy this one, go through Integration Studio. So the structure will print this one, right? So this is our response. So here I am adding here $1 for status, I just assigning as a $2, and for ID I am assigning as a $3. Okay, so this is my three property I need to print as a response. So now we need to do what? We need to pass that argument value. What is the $1 value? What is the $2 value? And what is the $3 value? If I click add here, argument type change to expression. So here let me again change to expression. What I need to add here, I'll tell you. Let me just minimize this one. So if you go through my sample request, right? So this sample request, first is what? Message, then is what? I want to print name. So how within the message I need to call this name. So in here there is one more method is there. You can use double slash. After double slash you need to add the field name. So field name means message. So this message, let me add it here. After that give one slash. After one slash you need to call that name. So if you call this name only, then it will not give you result. It will give you what? It will give you the full line, means name within that narration only. But if you want to fetch the particular data whatever inside name, then as per the WSO2 we have to call one method. Okay, if you call text method, so this text method, it will do what? it will go through your request body and it will paste this value in array. So if you are not passing, then it will give you this full result. So let's go through like this is done for name only. Let's go okay this one, and we need to finish this one. So this is only for name. Now we need to do for status and we need to do for ID. So let me click plus here, change this one to expression, and this expression let me modify to expression again. So we did for name. Now we need to do for what? We need to do for status. Okay, so same thing I need to do here. Let me copy this one message. So just make sure like your spelling must be correct while you are typing, so or else you can direct copy from your sample request, so that would be better. Now let me copy the status value. So this status I am adding here, same like need to call text method. So it will paste the value from the status request. Now let me finish this one. So now one left like ID, I click plus this one, modify this one to expression. So here let me modify to expression. So if I add double slash again like message, just make sure like your spelling must be matching with your request body, then only the data it will paste from the backend. Okay, this is the capital M. So let me copy this one. So here let me replace with existing one, then slash, we need to call this ID. So let me copy this one, go through here and paste here, and let me okay and finish this one. So now the third parameter value it will fetch it from here. Okay, one thing I missed here, so we need to add a slash text, right? Let me add your slash text method. So now this is also done. So now whatever value like as a XML request we are passing as a request body, right? So that value it will convert as like this way. Okay, so if you want to understand, like if you want to pass this one as a number or something, Payload Mediator is not have that much capability to convert this one. Convert means it will convert a JSON, but it will not give you like you want to is it a number or is it string, you don't know. So for assigning that one we need like JSON transform mediator. So as I mentioned here, this is the JSON transform mediator, right? Right click this one, go through show property view. So here schema, like the schema is required to create one schema and assign here. So if I click this one, right, so it will ask you to assign that one. So as of now let's complete this initial part. So we'll take one more full project to explain you like how we can use schema in JSON transform in real-time activities. So this demo is like will tell you like how we can use this JSON transform mediator. So if you click plus icon, it will ask you to give one name. Okay, so this name WSO2 have their own one custom name, means one already fixed one. So let me copy this one by paste here. So if I type here true, okay, so it will check that is number, means the full JSON format it will check. So means what I mean here, within the message name is there, right? So it will check the name is string or not, status is string or not, or ID is number or character or boolean or whatever, like it will check that one. It will validate the request body, request response. So let me finish this one. Now this is done for JSON transform. Let me close this one. Now I need to add one log mediator to monitor like is there any error or something. So let me modify this one to full, so it will print the full log. Now we need to call one respond mediator to verify like our response, whatever response we are getting, right, that it will print here. So let me quickly right click this one, go through so we will build one car file to test like our code is working or not. Okay, composite exporter. So here I am giving JSON. So let me modify this one to capital C. So click next. So here we need to select that particular API XML file. Okay, so our XML file is JSON transfer API, right? So here we need to select this one, okay, JSON transfer API, and finish this one. So it is showing what carbon archive file successfully created in the given destination. Let's go through our carbon UI. So let's refresh this one. So it's already signed out. Let me re-log in again. So this is like here like let's upload the new car file to verify our source code is working or not. Okay, choose file here. So let me select that one. So let's upload here. So it is showing what your application has been uploaded successfully. Please refresh this page. So if you refresh this one, now you can see, right, this API you can see here. Let's test the API to verify our API is working or not. Click API. So let me scroll down next page. So this is our new API. Okay, let's verify our API is working or not. Let me copy this endpoint. So in Postman, so here let me modify this one to post. Click body, and here let me modify this one to XML. So this XML file, let me go through our sample demo like a request. So let me copy this one. So if I let me beautify and send request. So if I send request, right, it is showing what 404 method not found. So let me quickly go through UI. Let me edit this one. So click here show property view. Okay, so I added here get. So let me modify quickly here post, or else I need to create one new car file again. So this is only for testing purpose. Save this one. So now let me go through Postman. If I send request, right, so now you can see I'm getting the number, name, status and ID. Okay, so how if you, I'll tell you if I go through portal again, click next. So here let me edit this one. So if I go through source view, right, if I am not using this JSON transform mediator, let me delete this one and save this file. And now again if I try this request, right, so it is converting, but this ID it is considered as a string. It's a number, not a number. So JSON transform mediator, it will do what? It will validate your request, like if it is number or string or it is different. So it will tell you. So quickly let me go through again. So after log mediator, so before payload, let me add it again. So yeah, remove the space, just save this file. Now if I send request again, so here you can see, right, it is giving one response with the valid data, like if it is string then it is considered as a string, if it is number then it is considered as a number. So if you go through log also, so here also you can able to get the name, status and ID as a response. So hope those who are watching this video, they can understand how this code is working in EI. And those who are watching my video newly, kindly go through my channel and like, share and subscribe my videos. Subscribe my channel, so it will motivate me to make more videos. Thank you so much.